Yes, I can hear you. Whether you are being able to hear me?
Yes,
Are you
loud,
audible? Okay,
loud and
fine.
clear,
Loud
loud
and
and clear.
Okay, fine,
And
fine, fine.
Maharaj, we have already around 40 people over here. So we will start. There are so many people who already know you, so don't need any introduction. If you allow, we will start straight away. And
Yes.
I will, I very warm-heartedly welcome you, Maharaj, Swami Kripakarananda ji, to our session in Tat Padam. We had a few breaks in this session, couple of weeks. We didn't have any classes, but everybody is so eager. They have just jumped into the class. Friends, Maharaj has kindly agreed to speak on a topic which is very core to all of us. Swamiji's comment on 1 ounce of practice is worth 1,000 pounds of theory. He will be helping us explore the importance of sadhana for self-realization for people like us who are householder devotees. The session format will be, he will be talking for 30 minutes, and then next 30 minutes we will take questions and answers. I'll request all of you, if you have any question, please type it in the chat window. We will pick up the questions from there, and then Swamiji will answer them. And while he needs no introduction, but still couple of sentences. Uh, Swamiji is a Ramakrishna order monk and also a doctor. He served in Ramakrishna mission all across the country and in several of our hospitals, Vrindavan, Lucknow, Mumbai, Kolkata. He's presently in Delhi, Assistant Secretary of the Center and Head of the TB Clinic and the hospital there. Also, I think I personally know him. Like my knowledge of him is more about his fabulous Hindustani classical singing, which I have seen heard in so many places. So over to you, Maharaj. But before that, we will start with a small peace chant. I will invite Jhuma, if you can unmute yourself and do the peace chant, and then we will hand over to Maharaj for start.
Thank you, Prithvish. And Pranam Nevin Maharaj, with pranams to Thakur Ma Shamiji. And Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shanno Mitra Shangvarunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shangna Indro Brihaspatihi Shangno Vishnururukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyakshang Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyakshang Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Pranams to you, Maharaj, and over to you, please.
Thank you and namaskar and best wishes to everybody, all of you who are here listening. And we are going to discuss something very important. I was fascinated to know the topic. The topic is wonderful because in every corner, in every particle of Swami Vivekananda's Ramakrishna Sarada, there are jewels of eternal wisdom. Just like that, it is just anywhere you pick up and you get a jewel. So this is a very important statement Swamiji made while discussing the Raja Yoga. But more than the context, generally we go to context and see. I have one objection in reading these things in that perspective because barring few contextual specific things, most of them are universal in character, universal in response. So sometimes I tell it very jocularly. Suppose Sri Ramakrishna said something to somebody, and I say it was in that context. So I told them I was never present in their lives, none of their lives. So I was never in their context. So I should not read anything out of it. So it is there. I will be always out of context. Any of us will be all out of. So what is that? It is not that context they meant. They are tremendously lofty personalities, but what world have never seen. We generally compare people what we have seen, known, but which is absolutely new, we cannot compare. Sri Ramakrishna used to say about himself, Achin Gach. Some tree which nobody has seen before. So how can you compare? It's good or bad? You cannot even compare. You have to just see first time. So Sri Ramakrishna has categorically pointed to Narendranath, saying, Naren Shiksha Dibe. He is the only teacher, not even himself. Sri Ramakrishna himself did not say I am the teacher. He said, whenever I listen that guru or father or something like superlative things added to me, he says that as if thorn is piercing me, kata vedhe. He did not like that authority. He lived a life like a sun glows in the sky. He does not command authority, he does not demand anything from anybody. Its work is only to fully illumine and nourish everything. Silently, whether you want or not does not matter. Whether you're seen or not, so saint does not matter. So like that, Sri Ramakrishna is an eternal principle of avatartva, of the special grace of God. But who teaches? Teacher is always Narendranath. And beginning I should tell something. Narendranath was so much trusted and loved by Sri Ramakrishna that in places we have come across, Sri Ramakrishna being an embodiment of truth means not he speaks truth. What he thinks become true. What he speaks become true. Truth follows him, not that he follows truth. So that personality, when he speaks of Narendranath, he is telling that, see, somebody has been complained by somebody to Sri Ramakrishna, that fellow is a mad fellow. Then Sri Ramakrishna said, is it so? But he said that he loves Narendra. Then conclusion is, if somebody loves Narendra, that person has to be good. It cannot be bad. That is the tremendous, acid taste what Sri Ramakrishna has put to the world. Whoever loves Narendra, he never demanded love himself. He knows it's an excruciatingly big thing, extraordinarily mysterious thing, spiritual magnanimity, on big Himalaya of spirituality. One cannot measure by that. But he has given Narendra an acid taste. Whoever loves Narendra has to be good. Has to be good. No complaint will be listened. Like that. Good. Now, let me come to his wonderful prophetic statement. This statement has been made before also by many in different language. 1 ounce of practice is worth 1,000 pounds of theories. It clearly means that practice, doing practically something, is much, much, much greater and much profound than speaking those things, making theories, making academic discussions and all these things. It is nothing in comparison to that. Let me begin with a small thing. Sri Ramakrishna is a wonderful person, a man of allegories and examples. He used to say, see, in Almanac, there is written that there will be a rain of this much centimeter. The knowledge comes from the Almanac. Now then he says, but if you squeeze the almanac, not a drop of water will come. Then he says, let be 1 drop at least. At least 1 drop. He says, not even a drop. That means only theories have nothing to do in our life. Nothing. People argue, no, we come to know. That's fine. There are, discussion. When we discuss the Shastra, we call Shastrarth. Then we come across this step. Suppose we are coming to know what is Atman. No, it is coming to my ear and I am trying to perceive. So they perceive something out of the description and start fighting. But that is the problem. We call it Shabda Jnanam. The word has a meaning. That meaning is of the word, not the exact thing. Suppose I say the milk is, it's white, very nourishing, soothing to drink, comes from cow. I can give you 1,000 examples and, try to convince you. You can make something out of it. But that is not milk exactly. It may match with milk. So if I start arguing, milk is that. No, milk is not that. Likewise, our ignorance, we don't understand that I am ignorant. By word itself, I think I have known it. There is a first problem why we don't practice. And because we don't practice, we never come to know the real thing. Then Thakur says, suppose you are sleeping like a beggar, and even a dream you are thinking, I am now getting up. Now I am going to this thing, cutting woods, then becoming a big man of seller, merchant and all, lot of money. Thakur says, this thinking will make you money? Nothing. You have to work. Thought, process or listening thing is not being contradicted. But that is never the thing what we are aiming for. That is the main thing. Practice of anything, special value-oriented thing, we never do that. What is the problem of from us to Sri Ramakrishna? What is the difference? Exact difference is this only. If you read Leela Prasanga, there Sarat Maharaj clearly specifically tells about the beauty of Sri Ramakrishna's mind and life. What is different from others, which is novel, which is what makes Sri Ramakrishna Sri Ramakrishna. I am also listening. Everybody in the time of Sri Ramakrishna listened to whatever it is told. All the village, Kamarpukur was full of other persons. Nobody became Sri Ramakrishna. What is the difference? That mind. What is that mind? Exactly this is. Sharat Maharaj has pinpointed the special character. He says, the purity of mind is defined by whenever you listen something, until you practice it, you don't stop. Sri Ramakrishna was like that. Whenever he's going to do some sadhana, listening to something, he himself is doing the whole thing first. He will never stop without doing that. This doing practically till the end comes. After you listen about something, this type of mental setup is called pure mind. What is impure? We listen, let it be for tomorrow we'll do. Listening is there. Tomorrow we'll start working on it. And tomorrow will be another cloud will come up, doubts, etc. So it goes on. And we never actually do it. So let us go to temple. You go to temple, getting bath and all. Now what do you go after going to temple? Maharaj, how are you? And then we are going to temple, giving. So you never say it. Why did you go to temple? So ultimately, we always divert, we digress and digress. We never go to the aim. This absolute concentration, focusing on aim, that is the prime requirement of a pure mind. Otherwise, it would be impure. We know it. Let me come to the very fundamental sutra of Sri Ramakrishna. He says, in any sadhana, anything, the secret of that sadhana, any tantra, any Vedanta, anywhere, in other things also, what is the sutra of success? Sri Ramakrishna says, Mon Mukh Akkara Ashu. The mind which thinks I will do, and the mouth which speaks, means mouth, hands, all the indriyas. When it does the thing, executes, if there is one, they are not 2, 3. They have no disjunctions. Same. That is the pure mind. That is the instrument which actually opens the door of God. Opens the any mystery. That is the secret. Now, there are a lot of, we can discuss, there are very profound depth in it. In our Vivek Chudamani it comes, it clearly says that Vaga Vaikhari Shabda Jari Shastra Vyakhyana Kaushalam Vaidusham Vidusham Tadvat Bhuktaye Natamuktaye. Vaga Vaikhari. Now nicely speaking, Vaikhari. Shabdajari, wonderful words and so much nice words, exacted things and these things nicely decorated. Shastra Vakyavan, Shastra Vakyana Kushalam. The way intricate way I explain the Shastra, etc. What are those things? Vidusham, Tadvat Bhuktai. Who are the Pandits? They want this type of elaborations and so many talking and other things. That's good. But what for good? How much it is doing good? Tadvat Bhuktai. It is for their bhoga. Natu Muktai. These flowering words is never meant for mukti. The same thing happened, you see, in our Gita 2nd chapter. Arjuna when he found that there is a tremendous problem in him, he cannot fight, his all valor went away, all greatness went away, all the weapons just fell like that in the ground, and he was shaking. Where is his tremendous valor? Where did it go? Now he says, he makes a story, very nice story, very good, camouflage to present it to say Krishna. See, you tell you are the Krishna, you tell about the other world and other things and karma. So I was a nice fighter, I know. But what is the problem, Killing is these people who are very nice, my teacher, etc. Now he come bringing values, you see. He is my teacher. I owed so much things to him. So all are great. And I have my own, debts to be repaid to them. So I, being a pupil, I should not do. This is a sin. Now, how to come out of the sin is, rather I will go and become a sannyasi. I will leave it. Now, if any boy says now today's market, you kill that fellow, there is no, I will not kill my uncle, I will not kill my teacher, I will not do that thing. People will be so much, wonderful boy. They will make golden statue of that boy in the road. Such a wonderful, see, people generally, if he is attacked, he will kill. He was attacked, but he said, no, I will forgive. Now he made this camouflage. Sri Krishna was a very cunning. People say that he's a god, used to play with the gopis. Now come with the Krishna. He was a Krishna he found. He said, don't throw dust on my eyes. Don't cheat me, don't cheat yourself. What is the cheating? The same thing. He was going to fight. He could not fight. He could not practice what he said. The problems he faced, he tried to hide it. But Sri Krishna is waiting for the same problem to come out. That problem has to be solved. This is the only thing what Sri Krishna wanted to solve in the fighting. Why? Because when Arjuna was so much turmoil, then Sri Krishna showed, you see, I have killed everybody. You don't think that you will kill it. I have killed and kept it. You have to become nimitta. You have to. Nimitta matram bhava. You be. That is the thing you have to do. Don't think you are Arjuna, you are this thing, that thing, valor. I have done everything. You are not needed for that. What you are thinking. But that is yours. You need to do is execute it. That execution is yours. Though he has executed, still he has to execute. Nimitta. It is not karana. Nimitta karana is a different thing actually. Nimitta matram bhava. So we find nicely that there is a gulf of speaking something and doing something. That is why I showed you. That is the basic fundamental difference between Sri Ramakrishna and us. That is the fundamental thing Krishna wanted to bring out in whole Mahabharata and whole Gita. Just the same point only. That saying and doing, there is a gulf. That is the problem. In the example of Janaka, he said, why Janaka? He was climbing a horse. He just put his foot in the pedal. Then he heard the Mahavakya. Before he gave the other foot on the horse, he got the realization. How good? Because he was already purified. He was already purified. Not only by execution, by detachment, both. By karma and karma anasakti. Karma pravanata and karma anasakti.
That's another story. So everywhere I find this. Everywhere. The whole religion, spirituality is this, doing. That's why Swamiji said, this is being and becoming. He never says speaking and listening. He never said that. Being and becoming. One small word. Now, you see, why it does not happen and what is the problem if we want to do that. In Gita also says, Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahotu bhayat. Don't think that you are trying to do and is not happening. That it comes in the second chapter itself. That naiha avikramanashosti pratyavaya pina vidyate. Suppose I do some work, it does not give result. It is called avikramanasha. Pratyavaya means if you don't do, bad will come to you. Pratyavaya. But in this type of spiritual things, nothing is there. If you don't do, bad will come, no. If you do, nothing will happen, no. It will happen. So it is the most clear and sure shot to become spiritual. It will happen. Definitely the result will come to you, and to you only it will come. So practice is a must. Now question will discuss that why we fail to practice. When we sit in the ashramas and all the learned, highly established students also, ignorant people also come with the same question. Swamiji, I understand this, but I understand, but I cannot do that. Puji kintu kurte pari na. Samajhta hu lekin kar nahi sakta. Why? Same, we understand that we must do, we don't do. We say we cannot do. If I turn it slowly, so you can, you don't do. Put the word don't do. I cannot do, don't say that. Say I don't do. Then it will come to your court at least. You come and take the responsibility. Now, some of you, I cannot do the whole thing. You need not, who said that you have to do the whole thing? The first time, Sri Ramakrishna and Mother said, you need not even do the whole thing. Mother was the lenient most. What more you can expect? Just I am telling, taking the name of Sri Ramakrishna. So Mother used to say, I used to do lakhs. Don't you do 1 lakh? If you do 10,000 lakhs of japa, I tell you, what I am telling, everything will happen to you. Mother assured. The next step, Mother said, I cannot do japa. Then Mother said, okay, 10 times you take the name of the Lord. Because name is the worldly world, the embodiment of word of Chaitanya. That is the name. One lady came to Holy Mother, said, I don't remember the name also. I am so illiterate. I cannot do that also. Then you know what Holy Mother said? Holy Mother was so lenient, you see. She said, showed the picture of Sri Ramakrishna and said, look at the picture twice, that will do. This much lenient. But you have to do. We cannot do, will not work. Now why we don't do? That is, if we go very quickly, it comes for our desire to do. The desire is less. The desire of doing is less. When I have some desire, we definitely do. So desire is not strengthened. I don't find it is very much necessary. Otherwise, I will do that. I do it everywhere. Where the desire is impending, is knocking at the door. Now, what is that desiring thing? Swamiji, when called Ichha Shakti, this comes from our Chitta. We have Antakarana, Man, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. Now, Chitta is the real reservoir of our strength. We call Chit Padartha. You see, when we are doing adoration to Sri Ramakrishna, Chit Ghanakaya. You see the mantra, Chinmayam Komalangam. This Chit Padartha. Now, Chit Padartha is real repository of Ichha Shakti. And Ichha Shakti is the only Shakti which is free in nature. That is the freest component God is given to us. And we have to use that. Everything is dependent on something else. This is the only independent particle in Jiva. See the definition of education what Swamiji gives, by which the Ichha Shakti is manifested and controlled at my will. That is education. That's why, though we are formally educated, having degrees, we cannot guide our Ichha. Maharaj, everything I understand, but somehow I cannot do. How is it possible? If you understand, then you must do. That's the simplest equation. But it has not happened. We understand, but don't do. Why? We have not worked on this Ichha Shakti. And that is the free. Let me tell you one wonderful story of Sri Ramakrishna. You must know. He says, how Ichha Shakti? It is a free will. The Lord discussed in free will concept. What is that? Come to Sri Ramakrishna. Who is God? He can tell exactly what God gives us. Nobody else. We all make speculations, some bad imaginations. Wrong. But right is this. What is that? He says, suppose an owner of a cow will tie the cow with the pole. If the cow is bad, little ruddy, then what he will do? He will make a small rope so that he cannot run about. But the cow can graze within that circle. Let's say it is a 4-foot rope. Now within the 4-foot radius of the circle, the cow can move anywhere. He is free. Free will is there. But not beyond that. There he is stuck up. No freedom. Then Sri Ramakrishna says, if the cow is little better, nice, then the master of the cow makes a bigger rope, still ties to the pole. Now the cow has a big circle to eat grass, run about. He's free. He's not asking master. But master knows I have given him this much of free will. That is free to me. It's not that I have to ask master, should I run? I will run anywhere. Because I am better, a big desire has been opened up to me. The willpower has been opened up. I am executing the willpower. Previously, I was not being able to execute. Now, Sri Ramakrishna says, wonderful thing. Suppose the cow is extremely good. He will never go astray. He will never become lost in the forest. He will come back to me, listens to me fully. Then Thakur says, the master leaves the cow altogether without the rope. It can move around the entire, forest and grazing land and come back to the master. When we are absolutely rooted to the root, the Atman, the God, the absolute benevolence, the universal benevolence, I must say. The benevolence must be universal. Swami Vivekananda used to say, I cannot do any bit less than universal. That cannot be said. I don't believe in God, that God which makes separations. All should be included. That is the only demand of Swamiji. So when it is universally, you are connected to that universal benevolence. When the heart is full of benevolence, goodness, and coming back to the thing, not getting digressed. If you are having that character, then God gives the entire willpower to you. You can do anything and everything. What Swamiji says, you can do anything and everything. Then only. Now how it comes? Swamiji says, nice thing. All power is within you. You are internally infinite. Nice. But then the trick comes. Believe in it. Believe in it, he says. Then he says, see how the immense potential awakes. Now, awakening the immense potential depends upon how much do you believe in it. Now, believing again is a factor of willpower, you see. Suppose a person has been crushed in willpower. Arey, you are a bad guy, you are a donkey, you cannot read, you have no results, you are useless fellow. That fellow starts thinking I'm a useless fellow. It's a teaching, hypnotism going on, and he loses the key to willpower. I don't have willpower, I cannot do Swamiji. So Swamiji says it's just a hypnotism. It's wrong. And wrong means, Swamiji says, the test of right and wrong, test of true and false, clear. He says, whichever weakens you physically, mentally, spiritually, reject them as poison. There is no light in it. It cannot be true. See how truth is defined? It must give me strength. So we fail to practice. Number one is tamasic, our inertia, stay. Then comes the power of believing something, and also knowing that I have a goal to achieve. If the goal is bad, goal is not good. That's what is told by the ichcha and the goal. See, the desire being fulfilled to infinity when the person is of a good character, moral character. The cow was given loose without a rope tied to the pole only when the cow was wonderful, trusted by the master of the cow. And a cow also completely trusts the master. It will always come back. Do we really come back to that universal Lord by any thought, any action, any speech, without anything, without any contradiction? If I come back always. This is called ananyas chintayanta yomam yejana parayupasati. Who thinks me ananya, without other. There is no other theory. Can it be sectarian? No, God, maybe that he's God, my God. No, he's not a very good boy. And so, no, my God is a little bit different. Yours gone. So, ananyas chintayanta yoma. Whoever is without a second thought, always thinks about that wonderful universal which includes everybody in this ambit, which loves everybody, which love flows everywhere. Now, that is the character of God. Anything less is no God. Now, point is, no, say, Maharaj, it's nearby God, a little bit nearby. The little bit nearby God is family also. I love my children and wife, and that is godly only. Then why is a problem in family? It should be full of happiness and full peace. Does not happen, no? So that's why selfishness and selflessness. Arjuna not fighting and provoked for fighting. The whole story is that. What was the problem of Arjuna then? Selfish or selfless? So there comes the actual skew, actual problem. So when ananyas chintayanta yoma, always come, ye jana pariyupasate, whoever, ye jana, you see the universality, no discrimination, ye jana, whoever he is, pariyupasate, thinks me like that. Upasanam means going near to that. Upasanam. Oh, pariyupasate. Tesham satata yuktana. So they are always connected. They're satata yukta. What does I do? What the God does to them? Yoga kshemam vahamyamchi. I take the entire responsibility of them. Sri Ramakrishna says, if you think God and run, God will protect in every step, everywhere. God does not, disproves himself. We have to do something. That's why Swamiji repeatedly said, Kuch karo, be and becoming. Kuch karo, something you do. That's how we give a very important stress on doing. So they say, Maharaj, what do you do? What's the routine from morning, etc., etc. Getting up, this, that, this. Now, the beauty is they try to make a routine of that so that that will make a rhythm of their life. Now, this is one thing. Now, exactly what doing? Theories and practice. Suppose Swamiji says, believe that you have the infinite power inside. No, believing in mind or sleeping in meditation, we confuse. In believing, we slip off. Now, that's why other works are there. That is why Karma Yoga has been implemented by Swamiji. Now, what karma was there? Believing. Now, he is Karma Yogi. He does not do separations, blessings others. These were the monastic traditions. Swamiji says, no, It's not that simple. He says in Darjeeling, Hari Maharaj, Hari, I will revolutionize the monastic order. This is what he used. I will revolutionize the monastic order. And what is that? Serve every most downtrodden, seeing Lord in them. That is the real practice of what you believe. The universality, the divinity is only practiced by that. No less. See, I have seen community of Muslims, Christians in Bombay. They have dialysis unit, free of cost, zero paisa, but only Muslims will be served. Only Christians will. I've seen those things are there, existing in India. But that will not work out. That will not work out, or that cannot be gone. So a beat of selfishness is gone. That means it's gone. Why? Because when I do for a sector, I don't do for the other sector. Clearly so. When I am serving a sector, I am not serving the other sector. Now, there, when the exclusion happens, then the godliness turns to poison. Maybe it is better off. I was serving one person, maybe tomorrow 100%, maybe 1,000. That is, nobody can serve, say, 700 crore people of the world serving everybody. Nobody can do that. No avatar did that. But how do you do? The attitude. Bhava samshuddhi. It's called the bhava samshuddhi. The bhava should be exactly that. I may not call, but whoever comes to me is wonderful. That is the beauty. In our Indian ethos, the conception of atithi, the guest. Guest is one meaning. Atithi means no tithi appears. See, it is not pre-planned. It is not that predetermined. It is like that random. So any randomness has to be worshipped. Atithi devo bhava. See? So this was the concept, and this cannot be otherwise. That is the point. This cannot be otherwise. Swamiji has stressed exceedingly on him. He says, I can give up all the ideas for one idea. That is universality. He says, I can give up all other ideas for one idea to survive. That's universality. Now, you will also see, they are connected so much. We said that it comes from chit padartha, chitta. Is that so? The Ichcha Shakti of doing. Why cannot do? Because Ichcha is not prominent. We have not mooted, we have not boosted, worked upon the Ichcha Shakti so that it is increased. Now, you go to Sri Ramakrishna in Kashipur, 1st January. What did he say? Tumadir Chaitanya Hok. We say, let you be illumined. What is that illumined means? Chaitanya means does not mean illumined actually. Chaitanya is that chit padartha mayam. Chit, from chit it comes Chaitanya. Chit becomes chitta also. Chit becomes Chaitanya also. Now when our desire is extremely strong and focused, that is Chaitanya. That is why Swamiji says in the last part that everything lies in manliness. That is my new gospel. So Chinmaya is Chitta Prabodhanam. Chitta, when you really awaken the Chitta. How do you awaken the Chitta? The non-buddhi is there. The doubtful mind, the assertive buddhi, everything is there. Then how do that? By vichara, whatever, shruti, shravana, manana. Then what it comes? The affirmed force in you. That is called Purushakara. That is called manliness. And that is the only fire which brings out the Ichcha. That is the only fire which destroys the tamas, the jadata of non-practicing. We don't practice because we are jada. It is not only for householders. It is for everywhere. Everywhere. The jada, the sadhus, the samsaris, the buddhimans, everybody. This practice is everything. And especially for spiritual practice, It is not only that we get experience. When we do that, see, you go to Sri Ramakrishna, he has never uttered a single thing which cannot be practiced. Or without any practicing instruction. He always instructed how to practice. No, Vyakulta. You go to Sri Ramakrishna, only one thing he has decided, if you have Vyakulta, yearning, everything will come to you. We call it Vyakulta Yoga. Now, how to gain it? What he says? He says three things. See, all are karma pradhana. All are based on karma. Not think this, some imagine. It's okay. How he says? Sadhu Sangha, Nirjana Vas, and Bhagavan ki name, Nama Sankirtana. Means his Nama Gunagan, means his Bandhana. For Atman, you think of his quality. For a Bhagavan, for a God, you think of his quality. And Nirjana Vas, he is so categorical. We think Nirjana, we go to from dining room to bedroom, we become Nirjana. No. See, there he knows the problem. He says, you have to go out of your house, number one. Number two, nobody should know. Somebody searches, go to make FIR against me, and that's problem, that is your problem. But don't speak of God. Nobody should know. It's not mine. Sri Ramakrishna, the easiest person in the whole spirituality, he has given his instruction. Nobody should know. Third, either for 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, or a month, you must go alone. See, the moment I say, all people know Maharaj, how it will happen. No, so many problems. But he is not compromising that. You speak of God now, at least go and stay. Nirjana Vas. No other pedantic interpretations will do. Simple and clear. Nam Gunagan, we are ashamed. Andar Gunagan is going on. He says, no. Dance, clap and dance. So he is always full of, whenever mind thinks all the indriyas are doing the same work. This is called Bhaber Ghare Churi Na Kar. The only mysterious, secret for success in spiritual life. Not the big thing you have to do. He never says that. But he says, Bhaber Ghare Churi Thakle. You are thinking something, doing something else. This duplicacy is called Bhaber Ghare Churi. I am myself become a thief in my own mind. I thief it, I steal that, and I don't do that. So, if that is there, he says nobody can correct you. No God can correct you. So, this is the ultimate thing that we must promote ourselves to doing, and doing by manifesting our Purushakara. And Swami says, who does not have that, that is weakness. Weakness is sin. Why? Why he says weakness is sin? We have all our weaknesses. Not that. When we fail to promote ourselves in doing good, that is weakness. Failing is not weakness. He never condemned failure. He condemned weakness. Failure, he is the maximum good friend what failure can be assisted. You know how much failure one can you have allowed for your children, for your other brothers. Suppose some mistake he does, and though twice you do, I'll beat you. The mother says, no, 10 times, then I will beat. What Krishna said? 100 times, then I will cut his neck. What Swami said? Swami says, don't fail, don't get afraid to fall. It is through falling we get experience, and it's a reward to fall and get experience. Experience is the only jewel of knowledge. Then he says, fall 1,000 times. He says 1,000 times. Then he says, if you even fall 1,000 times, please get up again. For the 1,001 first time, please get up again. There also is waiting like a wonderful friend to encourage me. No, it is nothing. It is nothing. So, I have to always remember that failure, these things never is counted by God. But how much prayasa, how much real endeavor I have done is everything. That is everything. Not that how much I have Our problem is we always think that how much I have achieved. Achievement is never being seen by God. The endeavor is seen by endeavor. You know? And how it is true, last time giving the example, that one old lady came to Sri Ramakrishna, very poor. Sri Ramakrishna is busy in dancing with so many people in a small room, Dakshineshwar. They're dancing, they're singing, big people are coming, famous people are coming, they're giving sweets, this, that. But that old lady, in a widow, she brought this much of sweet very carefully, and she found that she cannot enter the room. It is too much crowded, and she cannot talk to Sri Ramakrishna also. But she brought with all devotion what purity she understands. She brought it with that mind. And then because she brought it for Thakur, she kept the sweet in a corner of the room. Nobody can see that. And with a devotional pranam, she went. The funny will see. The funny is, suddenly in dancing mood, Sri Ramakrishna came to the corner without mistake, took the whole sweet and ate. The beauty is, the taste, you know where? This is good. Sri Ramakrishna responded unmistakably to the pure devotion. But there is a turn. Sri Ramakrishna could have done and stopped the widow. I am there, I am calling you. She could have been solaced. She could have found, he says, I am there, Thakur knows. Did not do. Sri Ramakrishna did not do that. Sri Ramakrishna showed that purity of devotion is never destroyed by sort of upeksha, sort of non-recognition, wrong recognition. We all want recognition. I have given, has Thakur taken? I don't think so. Why you are doubting? So, even without apparent result, it is proved by Sri Ramakrishna. If I do something from my heart and soul, it is taken by Sri Ramakrishna. He takes it to make sure that even if I don't respond, don't think I don't know. I know, and I take the whole thing. It may not be your so-called proof in the world. But if you are real, loves me, if you're really lover of Thakur, you're real lover of Atman, in Advaita Vedanta, that Atmani Ratireva Bhakti. The real love to Atman is Bhakti. You have to have that attraction to that. It's not a theory. It involves the emotion. So that attraction, if you have, then you are Advaiti. So if I have the attraction, does it die? Because you did not look at me, it should dead. So let us break up with God. So that breakup does not happen with God. That is the last taste what Sri Ramakrishna gave. That it is not broken by any gesture. And last I tell you, in the latest neuroscientific discoveries, it is there. If anything we do, Maharaj, I cannot get up in the morning, son, one day I get up, then again I sleep and all, so many complaints come. We also do. And Sri Ramakrishna says, now, we have now in our neuroscientific researches, you have seen our neuroplasticity is always changes. With our behavior, pattern, everything changes, it adjusts. To have a new thing in my character, to make a habit of one thing, if you do it 60 days consecutively, it will become a habit. The neuroscientific, what all we have discovered now, for a brain, adult brain, 60 days of uninterrupted practice of something makes a habit. Then it will become your habit. Maharaj, I can automatically get up. I don't feel any problem. That will happen. So people having all the fear, no, I feel sleepy, I have to go to office, how can I do that? So somehow they differ. So that is also not true. So we can always practice, and Sri Ramakrishna says, whoever comes one step to God, God comes 1,000 steps to him, towards him. So one step we have to take, that is sufficient. Step taking is the practice. We may not understand all the nooks and corners of Shastras and intricacies, You need not. And Thakur also never tells to understand everything. Rather, he tells differently. When he says higher realizations, then suddenly he says, Kareba boli keva boje. Whom should I say and who will understand? Then he says, somebody, apni jegulo bolle, you have said so many things I have not understood. See, Sri Ramakrishna, an illiterate person, he says, I know you will not understand. But whenever it will be required later on, you will remember, I listen to this thing. This is called Shruti. This is called Shastra Vakya. I may not understand now, but later on I will understand. Sri Ramakrishna knows that. That's why telling all these intricate things later will come to us. So nothing will go in vain. Now, only thing is, Swamiji very jocularly says, who lies down all day, will ever any kripa will come to him? Never any kripa. Kripa will come and go back, he says. Kripa will come and go back. By lazy, lying, idle, sleep, have any lion in somebody has bring to life? He says, never it is so. Do. He was always in that. And mother says one step further, and it's the same thing actually. She says, my son, work is Lakshmi. Without work, you must not stay. Work is Lakshmi. Lakshmi means Sri. Lakshmi means that which gives the Siddhi, that is Lakshmi. And that is done by work executed, thought inside. Mistakes are nothing, failures are nothing. But when we do for God with simple heart like a child, then Sri Ramakrishna himself says, God comes to him. God has to come. God has to come and open us. It is not that we do. We have to try, that much we do. Swamiji in his Amba Stotram says, Dorbhyam vidhartami vayami jagat vidhatri. Small boy, small child with two small hands wants to catch the mother. Can he catch with that hands? Never. But mother knows that boy is trying to catch me. Mother knows the intent and mother holds. Boy can never hold, but he has to lift these small two hands. He has to lift it. The endeavor, the sarnagati, the faith and the work done on the faith. These are two hands. We have to do Vishwas and Karma. Then mother says, Vishwas and Nishtha hi sab. Having faith in the words of Guru, and Nishtha means doing accordingly. These are two hands you have to do. Then the God definitely takes up. That Swamiji has said clearly. There is no other way. There is no other way. Nanyapant abhyasana tukante vairagyena chakrityate. In sutra also, abhyasa vairagyabhyam. These are the sutras. There is no other thing. So, what I want to get, I must do. Instead of talking tall words, rather it becomes a problem. We become immune to the words. We talk, we never know, we have never done. We think talking itself is doing. What else we should do? I have talked. So there comes the real answer to the paradox that talking is not good. Because in any spiritual life, talking is rather it is condemned. You know? Dharmasya prathamadvara bang nirodha, they say. Dharmasya prathamadvara bang, you should be completely quiet. The prathamadvara, first thing, you are entering, you becomes with yourself. So talking, listening, that will not do. That will always, that chitta brahmana karanam, shabda jalam maharanam chitta brahmana karanam. It will always go round and round. These are all words without meaning. So we have to practice. That is what is called dharma. Not talking is dharma. Namaskar. Now the questions may come.
Pranam Maharaj.
Pranam Maharaj. There are some questions on the chat, but anybody else who wants to ask a question can please raise their hand. We will then So, Maharaj, if you can open the chat, or I can also read
Oh,
out.
you read out the question from the chat, Prithvish. And can I just interrupt once, please, if you don't mind, Prithvish? Maharaj, we have no words to express our gratitude on. I'm sure on behalf of everyone in Tat Padam, this was a wonderful session, which ekbar shunle hobe na Maharaj, onekbar shunbo, and we are so grateful. And can I take this opportunity to please thank যে ঘটকালি করেছেন, sorry for that term that I'm using. We owe our thanks to our dear devotee, the Pranam Dada. ওনার জন্যই এটা সম্ভব হয়েছে. Thank you so much for facilitating this, Dada, and thank you, Maharaj. And over to Prithvish for the questions. Thank you. We remain in gratitude, and I am not going to leave you on behalf of Tat Padam. I am going to reach out to you again and again. Please be prepared and please oblige. Thank you.
Actually, I tell you, nothing to oblige. We all, I'm telling you, verily from heart, I'm telling you, discussing good things is benefiting everybody. It is not I am talking. We are discussing something which is eternal in principle. The speeches and things of Thakur Mas, we are dealing with that. You know, so everybody is benefited. That's the point.
Yes,
Everybody is benefited.
Yes,
Now, question, one or two will do.
Yeah. We don't have time. Yes, one or two. Yes.
So I'll start with Pranamda's question. So his question was, how the thought activating the willpower is generated? Is it not connected to the grace of God? And related to this, I'll say there are 2 or 3 questions related to this. With relation to cow example, who can only move in 4 meters? Is destiny pre-decided? If yes, can the karma change it? So both the questions I felt are related. So over to you.
So how this desire to come, anda ya murga kaun sa pehle, to that's a problem everywhere else. This is a beginner. Now let me tell you one thing. 2 very important words come in Thakur's. He repeatedly says, korte hoy. Baba eglo korbi, korte hoy. Karma adikanda kichu korte hoy. Very clearly he says. And he also says, তার কৃপা হলেও সেটা accessible হয় না. One is not prepared for that. An example of, that farmer who has not cultivated, and rain came, nothing happened. All went to loss. Rain is always there. What the questioner may have been questioning, that whether God will give his thing. God is really bestowing his grace to make me wish. Bhagavan ichha ki ache is there. So one thing is clear, Bhagavan is ichhamay. Because his desire only, we are moving, we are desiring. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. Because you are illuminous, I am thinking I'm illumined so and so. I am so and so. So there is not a single, Thakur very clearly says, the grace has been compared with the breeze, and we as compared with the boats, either unfurled or not furled sail. He says, Thakur says, Kripa batasto boiche, it is eternally flowing. If you unfurl your karma, your sail, the boat will move like, it will catch the grace. So he always says, be prepared to catch the grace. In some places, Holy Mother blesses devotee that the disciple asking, Ma, you bless me so that I can understand the grace of God. See, we think there is no grace of God. So that itself is a prayer, let me understand the grace of God. Because I have listened, grace is always there. I'm trying, but nothing happening. What is the problem? Yes, Ramakrishna says another thing, that yes, you are rowing the boat, but the anchor is there. If you put the anchor in the mud and row, even with all of your toils and sweat, The boat will not move. You have to remove the anchor. What is the anchor? That moha. What has been dealt in second chapter Gita. The moha. My teacher. I should not kill. My. So Thakur says, me and my is a problem. You make it dissolve. It is not existing few days back. It will not exist a few days after also. It's an in-between illusion. It does not say you hate it. But don't keep that. If you glue, you cannot move. So with all my endeavor, I am not moving means there is a glue. There is a problem. The problem is never with the grace of God. God's grace is always there. Problem is there somewhere else. Now, he says the karma and will. Definitely. Now, while the cow has become good and God, the master of the cow has given a longer rope. Why? Because he has seen somehow the cow has become good. It was not listening, throwing legs, horning me. But now it is not horning me. I'm calling, it's coming back. Now it is along with the desire of God. He is in the alignment with the desire of God. Then what happened? It is given the longer rope. So it can be said also, by own karma, you get own free will. You can say that, definitely. If I don't even take God's existence into account, God will never mind. Because God is only there. We will mind after. He has to mind his own self. There is no problem. Like parents never mind. Suppose mother is feeding every day. Now what child will say? This mother is bad. He does not look after him because he has not washed his clothes maybe. The baby cloth is, you have to wash your clothes. Mama is bad. So this is a bad mama. The mother knows this fellow will tell like that. What to do? So like that, God is always the parent of us. He knows. So if I explain my karma, there is another problem. When you do real karma, then you understand the karma, even to do, there are 5 factors. Your will is one factor. There are so other factors. Suppose you wanted to read. You got fever. Can you read? Suppose your eye, God forbid, has gone some disease. You cannot see. Can you read? So there are so many factors. Your will is one part of it. But we have to do with that only. We have to do with that only, and we fail in doing that because other factors are impending when they come in the way. Then slowly we get over. How? It is said in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it says, whoever is tremendously, utsahi, udyami, which Bhakula, what Thakur says, same thing. They get result very quickly. So that is what Swamiji says in Calcutta lecture. Udyam, that is the word. Udyamena hi siddhanti namanurathai nahi suptasya singhasya pravishanti mukhe mrigaha. It is because of the running and catching of the deer, the singha gets food, the lion. It's not that lion cheats with mook, opening his mouth, and deer come running and enter his mouth. It never happens. So he has to run and catch. Deers are there. He has to execute his running. That is Uddham.
Very nice. So we know we have crossed the time. Do we have time for one more question, please?
Can I ask one question?
Yes, please.
I'm Anantadev Datta, now calling from Chandranagar. Just I wanted to know that how karma can be dissipated in this lifetime itself. It's a big area of thoughts.
No, that's right. Generally, we are, thank you for the question. Generally, we are dealing with money, with land, with food, and everywhere we have come to know how to make calculations. So we have learned about karma. We started calculating now how karma should be invested, how much karma I have, this karma perhaps is gone, which is not coming. This is a very, very kiddish thing because karma is actually, there are many karmas, which is phalanmukh karma, which is prarabdha karma, which sanchita karma. There are many things out there. The main thing is karma is means karma phala. Karma is done. Karma phala also we say karma. Now karma is actually infinite in nature. It is never exhausted by bhoga. Through karma bhoga, karma is never exhaustible. Why? Because the srishti is anadi. We are created infinitely back somewhere which has no end to that side. So if I am doing karma from infinity, from this point back, so I have karma phala, which is infinitely coming in the future. So by any means, you cannot exhaust karma and tie down in a bank details and make a debit credit equal. Then what is the way? We jump out of the karma. Why karma happens? Karma happens from kartritva. Karta only can make karma. So karta, who is a karta? Indriya manadhisthana, this is karta abhimanyate. I think this is karta. That is the problem. The moment I think this was never karta, then karma with this karta will die, let them die. That is mukti. What is mukti? To know that I am not this karta. Karta aham ahankara vimhudatma karta aham iti manyate. So if you calculate as a karta, it is never, not even good karma. Good karma will give you good things, bad. It is never cancelled also. People think, let me do some bad, then some good. They will cancel, become zero. It will become zero. This one side by side remains like a black and white. And beauty is, all the karma phala will come back to you. There is no problem. There is no bankruptcy in karma phala. It will definitely come to you. And you have to go through all. And you have to again come back to this prithvi. Kshule punye martalokam vishanti. Punyeva papeva. There are 14 strata of lokas are there. You enjoy suffering or joy. And what happens? Oh, very funny, nice, big hotel in Digha. After 5 days, come back to your own place, Chandranagar. No Digha, gone. So similarly, we come back to the world. Now question, then what is karma? That is why karma, vikarma, nimitta karma, so many. Why? To find out the way out. The ultimate way out is karta, so long the karta is there, then on the karma is there, so long the karma is there, then on the karma phala is there, so long the karma phala is there, karta has to take it. Till how long? How long it will understand I am karta. The moment he understands I am not karta. So Thakur says exhaustively. He says the cow, whenever he started hamba, me, hum. Then it is taken to it was killed. Then the drum by the skin, there is a hum, bum, tabi hum is doing. Now when it comes to the last thread, small thread of dhunuri, means who makes, they have seen, they make the cotton, for pillows and all, make them loose, dhunuri, down, they will go. So that is another string of the cow's skin or intestine. So then the last fag part of a cow, which is waiting to get destroyed, means almost everything is destroyed. Then he says, tu, it's not me, you. Then Thakur says, then only the liberation comes.
So beginning is to leave aham.
No, don't mistake. Don't never mistake. Aham is the only tool by which you meditate also. Aham is the tool by which you think that everything is the Atman. So Thakur says, pakami kachami. Very clear. He says, he thinks I am doing good to God. I am really doing worship. I am trying to understand. This I must be very strong for the good. Thakur says, this army is a pakka army that causes the liberation. So liberation is not for the I and me will destroy. Liberation means what was there, I see that, that's all. It is never created.
Then is it then, Maharaj, sorry to interrupt, Ami morle ghuchibe janjal? So that
Same thing.
Is that the same thing then? Oh.
Because, same thing. Janjal means the Veda. Ami, Sri Ram, actually, if you discuss very thoroughly the Shastra, you will find where Sri Ramakrishna stands. The example of Sri Ramakrishna is so tremendously unique and exhaustively full and complete in itself. Everyone, like this Ami I'm telling, he says, what is I, you know? There is a lake of water. Only water. You put one straw. Now the water is same. What I see? This side water, that side water. Is there an existence really? No. Water is always same. It is my illusion. So that stick is an I. That is the aham, which making it appear that it is never truly so. The water is always that. It is my problem. I see 2, 3. That's all.
Okay, so that is the Bheda that you're talking about. Ami morle ghuchibe janjal. Okay, thank you.
So when you pick up that stick, then what happens? Oh, same. There is no 2 waters. If I put the stick, then 2 water will come out. Na? Nothing came out. What happened? Only stick came out. Water was not there. Water is there fully.
So is it like this, Maharaj, that suffer what is to be suffering, or enjoy what is to be enjoyed, and these both
that is another set of questions. Wonderful question. This has
to be kept.
In the it is there that wonderful. We were discussing one monk, very Shastra. He says, Varshati na dhavati. T in a Veda is actually a ling. That is dhaveta. Varshati na dhavati means when it is raining, don't run. What does it mean? Means when karma phala is showering upon you, coming to you, have the courage to receive it.
Correct.
Have the courage to receive it. Don't fly from it. Because that will, why karma phala comes? It is not a thunder from God. This is the lesson God gives. This only tunes us. Karma phala is only makes our internal antakarana edit it. We edit. We cannot edit. If you can edit by meditation, it's okay. Then willpower necessary, same thing. What we already discussed is to come. But antakarana is tuned without doubt by karma phala. And Swamiji says, the bad karma phala teaches you much more than the good ones. You read the poetry of Swamiji, the angel unawares. If you read the poetry by Swamiji, you will see a different Swamiji speaking. You will see exactly he is standing with me. He is exactly thinking. And the more superior most Adhar, as Swamiji, about Swami Thakur says, Ato baro Adhar age asheni. Such a
repeat the name, Swamiji.
Angels unawares. Angels unawares.
Thank you.
So it's okay, fine.